Hello, hello, hello. I'm here. Good morning, everyone. Morning. Thank you very much for joining me. Morning, Sandra, June, Ross, Val, Anne, Rio, another Anne, Catherine, Fiona, Pat, Chrissy, Anita, Terry. You should be working, Terry, Fiona, Mary, Stella, Rodney, because I'm sure he's there. Karen, Shirley, Nicola, Viv, Ginny. Excellent to see you all here. And we're going to do fancy fold because it's Friday. I haven't done a fancy fold on a Friday for quite a long time, so we're going to do one. And you'll be pleased to hear, for those of you who've been waiting, we have the press cut nested squares back in stock, and so that's what I'm going to be using today. And instead of using the larger ones, which I nearly always use for the frames, I'm going to be using some of the smaller ones for my fancy fold today, so a little bit different. And just to add to the confusion, the stitch dot squares are out of stock at the moment, but the plain ones, which is what most people have been waiting for, are now back in. So they are on the Facebook Live section of maximumcrafts.com if anyone's interested or needed them. I will be tagging the people that wanted them in there, but they're now all back in stock. So I'm going to cheat a little bit with my fancy fold, because the fancy fold that I want to do is a buckle card, and I've been wanting to do one of them like this for quite a while. But you know what I'm like, I only like to work with an A4 piece of paper, which sometimes is a bit restricting. And so because we need a gatefold, and so therefore we're limited with the gatefold as to how wide my A4 piece of paper is. So I'm cheating, because what I've done is I've grabbed myself a pre-folded A5 landscape card, and that's what I'm going to be using. Now, if you have ever gone to a craft show, do you remember them? Do you remember when we used to go to them? In fact, I think I'm right in saying that this coming weekend would have been my, well, local, it's hardly local really, but my sort of local one at Farnborough. And that was a year ago that we were there. Oh dear, that brings back memories, doesn't it? Anyway, I digress. So there's a company called Lime Tree Crafts who sell what they call adaptables, and so they are a card which is something that you can adapt. You can fold it, and you can fold it in half, or you can gatefold it, tri-fold it, all sorts of things. But maybe not everyone's got that, and you can go online to Lime Tree, but you may find that you don't want to do that either. So all I've done is I've chosen an ordinary card which has got a fold down the middle, but we're going to hide that fold, and therefore it's going to be fantastic, because I say so. So let me start off with the card fold itself. So as I said, this is an A5 folded card, but I'm not going to fold it in the middle. However, I am going to use the middle piece there as my guide for folding the card, because what I want to do is fold my card so my outside edges are to the middle, making a gatefold card. So I'm going to fold that, and then I'm going to press down so that I've got a nice sharp finish there. So that's one side. Then I'm going to turn round, and then I'm going to do exactly the same, open that up so I can see, and then this piece I'm going to fold up to the middle piece there, making it into a gatefold. Now, if you had one of these adaptable ones, as they call it, you wouldn't have a fold in the middle, but because we're going to actually, or you wouldn't have a crease in the middle, but because I'm actually going to cover that, it's not going to be a problem. So let us decorate the card itself first, and then we're going to do the buckle bit. So by doing it like that, I have got what they call a gatefold card. So it then will open up like that. So we've got that bit. Now then, I am going to take, hold on, I've got Sneak peek. Well, it's not a sneak peek, is it? It's the card. Oh my goodness me. I just love this card. Now, the card that I'm using without sort of dazzling you, you need your sunglasses on for this, folks. This one is, I'll cover it up so you can't see all of it. This one is the pink opal card. And many of you have got some lovely luscious card coming on your way. And it won't be very long before it's there. It's all gone off this morning to you. Well, some went off yesterday and some's going out this morning as well. Gone this morning. I'll get it right in a minute. So we have got pink opal. Now, I'm being a bit frugal with it because I want its precious card. And so I want to just use the one sheet, which is fine, but it means I'm going to be cutting from the center of it, but we're not going to be able to see it anyway. So this is the centerpiece. So my centerpiece here measured, oh, I've got my piece of paper there. Anyway, it measured 21 centimeters by 14.8 because it's an A5 card. So I've got my gorgeous pink opal card, and that's going to go into the center there. Whoa, look at the shine. I thought I wouldn't put nail varnish on as well as the shine of that today. So you've just got that. And then I've taken a paper pad, which is called Enchanted Blooms, I think that's what it was called. And I thought it was perfect because it picks out these beautiful pinky colours and it all sort of matches in nicely. So I've already trimmed that piece down, but I am going to be using the centre of that. So I won't be sticking it down just yet. Then I want to do my front of my card. So from the same pad, I have got the Enchanted Blooms pad there and some more of the gorgeous card. And I need to chop some of that up. So let's do the front there. So we were 14.8, so we need 14.3 in length. So we just go 14.3 in length and then 9.3, I think, or 9.8. Let me just check. No, 9.8. 9.8. So 9.8 and 9.8. And I know it's points and all that sort of thing, but as I say, if you're used to having 1/16 and 1/8, well, I can't count in eighths, so I can count in tens, so that's where I'm going. So that's those two pieces. And then from my matching paper, I'm going to go with this one. And so we had, oh gosh, what's the matter with me? Can't remember the sizes there. So 14.8, didn't we? Are you paying attention? Gillian, I shouldn't think the squares have sold out. 14.3. No, I have got loads. 13.8 this one needs to be. I will double check. Hold on, let me just double check, because I can double check, you know, or at least I think I can anyway. Just double checking because I wouldn't want something to happen like that. No, they are all available for you. Yeah, they are. Sorry for the delay. Right, okay. So 9.8, and then this one needs to be 9.3. So this is my little panels then for the front, okay? Lots of bits of measurements. So I don't waste very much, really. That's not too bad, I don't think. Not too bad at all. So these are going to sit onto there, giving that a nice little pink opal border. And these are going to go onto my card front, and a gatefold card front, like that. But before I do that, I want to add some sentiments. And so what I've chosen for that is we have used them before on a Wednesday Wonder, and they're the Lavish Leaves sentiments. So they go round the corner, which I think is quite a nice idea. And obviously I have to be a bit careful what fits on here, but the Especially For You one does quite nicely. And so I'm going to stamp directly onto my pieces of card here. So I'm going to pop that into the corner. I'm going to put my clear sheet over the top because I want to make sure that it's in the right place, and then I can line that up using the clear acetate as well to make sure that it's straight. So I'm going to pop that just about there, pick that up and take away my clear acetate, and then whoops, I shall just ink. I'm using purple, I was going to say Purple Passion, but I don't think it is. What is it? Purple Delight. Purple Delight it is. I'm just going to go in that, whoops, corner there. And then this one, I want it to go in the corner down the bottom. So I'm going to pop my clear sheet on the top again, and I'm going to bring that down there. And I use the clear sheet in case there was any residue ink on there, because we don't want to get that in the wrong place. I'd be fed up if I did that, would I not? Fed up. There we go. So I've got my sentiments in place. Okay, pop that back. Now I want to make my buckle. So this is where the squares come in. So I've got all that ready, but I'm going to pinch my bit of card there. Okay. Oh, got a squeaky chair again. See, I did say to the staff, I've got a squeaky chair. Could you see to it? But what did they do? No. No. They have done lots of other things, but that wasn't one of them. So let's bring in my squares. Now, in order to create my buckle, I'm going to use 3 squares. And as I said, they're from the smaller bit. So my smallest one is that one there, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 up. Then I'm going to use number 13, and then I'm going to miss 2, 14, 15 and 16, if you could call it like that. So I've chosen again from that same pattern pack. I've got some beautiful anemones, I think they are, and I'm going to choose one of those, and I'm going to choose my smallest square, and I'm going to cut that out from there. And I think that one looks just about right. So just trimming that off, and then just cut that out. So that's going to be my actual pattern. So I'll run that through my machine, and then we've got to make the buckle. And we're going to use that with these 2 here. Just throw that on the floor. I've also already cut out a square, a white square, which is exactly the same size, to give that just a bit of an extra support, because this is actually only paper. It's probably about 160, I think. So it's not thin, but I feel it needs a little bit of extra. So I am going to back that in a second with the same size of just ordinary white card. And then I need to make myself a frame. And as we said, because I don't want to waste this lovely card, I'm going to actually cut this out from the back piece of the real card, of the real McCoy here. So I'm going to get my outer piece into place. Just hold that there, because I need to obviously make sure that the cards, if I'm cutting it out of a piece, I need to be able to hide the hole. Can't have a hole. Well, I don't have a hole. Then I'm just going to pop my middle bit in here to give myself a frame. So I am just watching, looking at it and guessing there, to be fair. So I'm going to pop that on there. Now, because you've got such lovely card, and you may well have some old plates, which mine are old plates, you may wish to have a piece of ordinary paper, just copy paper, over the top. So say, for example, just this piece here, that it will, if you pop that over the top of your plates and then pop your thing over the top there, as you can see I've got mucky bits on there, when that goes through my machine, if there is any markings on it, it won't come out because I've protected it really with the piece of paper. And in all honesty, because this one isn't going to be seen, it's not so crucial, but you don't want any of those bits showing. I mean, I have got some little bits that have come out there, and it may have come out on my card. And as it's only thin paper, it's not going to make any difference to your piece of work, but it's just handy to protect it just a little bit. So I'm just going to peel that off. Like so. I'm going to save that bit because that'd be worthwhile. I hope you still got your sunglasses on because it is glinting rather a lot, isn't it? So there's my lovely frame. Okay, and then let's just put these bits all back so that we know where they are, because you know what it's like. You know what it's like. And now we can start to assemble our card. So quite a lot of this one is done beforehand with assembling. So no one will now know that that is what lurks underneath. Look at the shine on that. So let's see, whilst I'm doing this, how people are. Because I know that we've got poorly people. Jill looks as if she's sounding better. Oh, happy anniversary to June. I see that's your wedding anniversary today. 46 years, I think it said. Is that right, June? So happy anniversary to our June and Colin. And Linda is feeling a little bit okay today, so that's okay. Anne, I'm not sure if you're watching, but I hope that you're sorted with your, I'm hoping that your shoulder was looked at yesterday by your specialist and see what they say. So hoping that that's all okay as well. So let's pop that one in. Now I'm going to put that, so you can see the hole is covered. Nobody will know, only you and me, and we're not going to tell anyone, are we? My new fridge freezer arrives today, you'll be pleased to hear, because I'm sure you were all anxious for me, still not having a fridge, but that arrives today. And I had the most beautiful bouquet of flowers arrive first thing this morning from my youngest son. Isn't that nice of him? So, as an anniversary of 162 days, I think it is, since I last saw him. That's hardly an anniversary to be warranted, really, is it? But there you go. Right, let's put our card fronts on. So our beautiful pink opal card goes on first. Whoops. Straighten that up. Followed by a piece with especially for you in the top corner there. Okay. Whoops. So pretty. Oh, get it straight, get it straight. And then the other side. So we could just call this a gatefold card and we would be done, which would be fine. But we wanted a bit of a fancy fold. So you've got two fancy folds here. So as we said, we've got this one, which is our gatefold. So you've got a gatefold already, or you've also got your buckle, which is what we're doing. And I've cheated because I've gone a bit bigger than I normally would. So, hey ho, do we care? No, we don't care. So there is our gatefold. Now, I'm going to just pop these two together because we don't want these. So let's just stick this one. I just want to give that, as I said, the support really, because it's only a piece of paper otherwise. And we don't want that flopping about in the breeze, do we? So that's stuck there. Now, we've just got to assemble it. So our beautiful flower is going to go into the centre there, but our frame is going to go over there like that. But when we take it apart, we need to assemble it so that we know that we've got them square really. So I'm going to put my frame on first, and I'm only going to put no foam pads or anything like that. Oh, I'm only going to put glue on one piece, because what would happen? Are you paying attention? If I was to put glue all the way around my frame, it would stick the card together. End of story. That's no good. So I'm just going to put glue onto half, roughly, of my frame. Okay, so just around half of there. Then I'm going to try, if I can, to get this in the middle. That's about right. Try and get it straight and just press this down. Just hold that there. Okay. So this pink opal is the satin finish of the card, of that one, which I think is very pretty. I can't decide which is my favourite colour actually. I thought it was going to be the can't remember, Air Force blue. And then I thought, oh, the sapphire blue is lovely. And the spring green is so pretty. And the black is useful, really useful. Which way is that going to go? I think it's going to go that way. So now I need to put glue on just half of that piece. So not the whole lot, otherwise I'll be sticking the card together. Just more or less, doing the extra bit, just half of that piece. And then I'm going to close the card and place that in the middle of my frame and just press that down on that side. Just get that to stay stuck. So I've got it stuck on that side, the frame, but for the picture in the middle, it's stuck on that side. Just wait for a second to make sure that that grabs. Or put the lid back on the glue. And then when we pick our card up, so there's our card, all beautifully done, but when we pick it up, we have our buckle, and our card will fit straight back in like that. Okay, so we have our buckle folding card, or our gatefold card, as you whichever you wish. It looks all right, doesn't it? Yeah. So with these cards, let me explain as to how you could make your one and not necessarily have the same one, if you see what I mean. So your crucial things is that you need a gatefold card. So whatever size you decide to do, you even can make it into, make it from a square one. So let me just show you from that. Just pop that to one side. So here's the 7x7 card. Okay, so yes, I have already folded this one. I shouldn't have done really, but you've got a fold in the middle. But if we just make that into a gatefold card by taking the outer edges to the centre and making sure that's a nice crisp fold, and then doing it the other way around as well. Whoops. gosh, I have to go and pick a very thick card. This is about 350 GSM. So there's our gatefold card, but we do have, of course, the crease in the centre. However, if you're then going to then put your piece of paper, shall I blast you again with a colour? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say, if I then put that over the top of it, you would hardly notice, and if I hadn't folded it already, you wouldn't have done, that there is a fold in the centre there. So, you know, it's a way of making a slightly bigger card than being restricted with an A4, but it will be the same thing that you make your A4, you make your 7x7 card, make it into a gatefold, and then you pop your buckle in the centre so that when you open that up, you've got plenty of room to write in here or on the back, obviously, plenty of room on the back as well. But it all matches together nicely, doesn't it? Oops, let it back in properly. So there you go, a fancy fold. Just when you thought you got away with it, a fancy fold. So the square bundles. I have no idea when the stitched ones are coming in, I'm afraid. I would imagine that they're going to be sometime next month in March. Again, I do know that the square and a couple of others were on the latest delivery to the warehouse, but I'm afraid to say that the others are still awaiting. So yeah, we've got to wait for that one. The card is all in stock. There's plenty of the card. That is all under the as seen on TV bit though, because there's so many of it. It's 13 different colours, which are really, really lovely. And they probably, if I showed you them all, they probably wouldn't show too well on here because of the lights. Although hopefully it looks a little bit better today. Staff have arranged better lighting in here for me today, and I think it is. So yeah, we've got that as well. Tomorrow I have got some lovely ladies joining me for a workshop, and we will be using the Sue Wilson stamp cut dies. So looking forward to seeing those ladies. And I'll be back on Sunday morning at 11 o'clock with the Sunday special, something a bit special because it's Sunday. Looking forward to showing you that. And I was going to say something else. Oh, next Wednesday, just in case you're a person that can't catch me on a Sunday, I will just say it now. There will not be a class. There will not be a YouTube live next Wednesday. I can't make it Wednesday, but I'll be back on Friday. But just in case you're someone that unfortunately can't get to us. So, as I said, if you were waiting for the squares, they are in stock. Not unfortunately the stitched ones, but the square ones are now back in stock. So thank you very much for joining me today. You take care, all of you. Be good, be safe. And I shall look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Take care. Bye.